Hello everyone, Solomon here. Happy March 1st, 2024. As you can see, it's daylight and I'm at work. So I just worked overnight. About 8 hours later, 6 hours later of sleep, I have awoken and came back to work. There was no time for anything except taking a shower, brushing my teeth, doing some online banking, and driving to work and getting some gas. That was my whole day. Back to back. So I literally had to do what someone does who works 16 hours a day. Some of you do. A lot of men out there, I understand, work 100 hours a week. 16 hours times 6 days equals 96. So, give or take 96 up to 100 hours. And that's the life, okay? Some days I wake up homeless. Today I don't look that homeless. I don't know why. I guess it's my hair. It has a mind of its own. Some days I hit it, some days I don't. But yeah. Looks like it's gonna be a good hair day. I don't do anything. Some people make comments and like, how do I do that? I just go to sleep. It's called bed here. It's a hit or miss, Grow it out a little longer, They used to just put a rice bowl on top of Chinese kids' head for a haircut, and use a pair of scissors. That's what they call a haircut. It's very traumatizing. Chinese people are very traumatizing. Sometimes, a lot of times, I don't really find a lot of inspiration in China or being Chinese, modern day world. Just, my aunt, my great aunt, she's about 92 years old or something. One of them, both of them, two of them, and they just fell in the city, in New York City, actually, in Chinatown. That's where they've been living since forever, in the project since Ellis Island. Everyone feels all sad and stuff, and it's just their time. One of them actually died of pneumonia related issues, and she's got to go. It's the Chinese are very into family and stuff, but you can't be here forever and all that stuff. Her kid, her adopted daughter and whatnot, hopefully she's not watching this, got married, and she got to do her own thing. She got married and has an adequate husband. They do traveling. He speaks English and Chinese and whatnot. Like, he's got positive energy. So my great aunt did what she had to do and did it. She became the mother of someone, and that was her life's mission as a woman. Have a kid. I don't know the complications of why she didn't have a biological child or whatever, but she ended up adopting, and the kid turned out pretty good. Normal, or as close as normal to possible, or whatever. And they love each other and whatever, and that's important. And so she lived a fulfilled life until her ultimate demise. Which everyone dies. But during my time on this planet, I just tend to, fantasize about what it's like being born somewhere else, and I guess we all do. What's it like to be someone outside of a race or a race of people that we get to choose to be. You know, a lot of times kids say, I want to be Italian or something, or Greek, or, you know, Japanese, or, you know, some from the more cooler cultures. No one really wants to be Ethiopian or from Somalia or some shithole country. But, you know, that's just how it is. It's just like, oh man, I was born in Pakistan, I'm a brownie and shit, I'm fucked. You know, it just is, you know, this generic Indian guy, I'm a generic Chinese guy, whatever. It's like, but we don't get to choose that, do we? For a Chinese male in America, I'm not actually that bad looking, in comparison to a lot of other Chinese men who are literally just stuck or trapped living in China because the communism and this cultural barriers and language walls and stuff. Like, once you're Chinese, you're 100% super Chinese. You cannot be going out dating outside of your race. You know, no one will be accepting or tolerating of you. Very few people. And that's just how it is. It's just this huge cultural difference. You know. I could be wrong at the same time. There are Russian women who are super good looking. I know this because some of them work at the brothel. And some of them, because of the geographic location, is this Russia and China, you do have like Russian and Chinese mixing with each other. And keep in mind that Russian women are super good looking. You have that like European look, blonde hair, you know, brown, hazel eyes, blue eyes sometimes even. And, you know, during the Mongolians and, you know, the Genghis Khan's era, and everyone's, you know, just basically fucking all over the place and creating, you know, a diverse, you know, genetic, you know, variation and offspring. But anyways, you know, that's how it is. So you got a mix of Russian, Mongolians, you got Russian and Chinese mix. You know, they're not as wide or popular or, you know, widespread, but, you know, it's a thing just based on geographic, geopolitical territories and locations. So you become an Asian mutt due to the sluttiness of human beings and geographic locations. Anyways, speaking of which, I've stumbled upon this thing called the official Gundam, Bandai Gundam workshop, and they have some pretty cool videos. So you have the iconic, you know, everyday Asian male, such as myself, working in a Japanese factory, Bandai, and he's just, you know, tinkering around with the machinery and just doing his thing. A machine worker, a machinist, you know, and, you know, there's no real point in building Gundams or models. It's very relaxing to men, and, you know, it can even temporarily cure their depression. It's all about the mindset. So when including myself, I've experienced this. All I'm doing is playing either a video game or building a model kit. You know, I'm just doing this little dinky thing, and all of a sudden, you know, I don't think about time and what I have to be or do or be socially validated by anything. I'm just having a good time, especially as, you know, an Asian male. You know, I'm not constantly being judged or criticized or being compared to anyone else, you know, or I have to chase women around and she has to approve of me and the grandma and all this other, you know, bullshit. The women's filtration system, it's just like, yeah, alright, I'm doing my own thing. I feel important in my own little fantasy world, building these master grade perfect grade or real grade Gundam kits. And I'm just like, wow, this is what's up. But that's in your own like dinky little like hobby space at your home. In real life, it doesn't work like that. I guess that's an Asian thing. Some they tried to get that to America. It's a thing in America too, but not as popular, of course. And sometimes there's a lot of sales on like Amazon because they found out that the American kids are actually too dumb to be doing these things. In fact, they're just not interested. In which they're not. They may have other priorities like sports, football, and wrestling, and basketball and shit. Why would they be dinking around with like plastic model kits? I mean, it would only appeal to the more geekier and nerdier kids. That's the truth. It's just like, no one's gonna be prioritizing these things unless they were geeky, actually geeky. Or there's so many other things to do, like the kids can go to the club or whatever and chase around girls or and drink and do other degenerate stuff. That's cool to them, or just hang out at Starbucks. I mean, so anyways, the gunpla thing is my thing. And do I want to go back into it? Even though I have pre-built ones that I buy, it's cool. But the painting. You get the spray painting stuff because it's the only thing that will like make your model kit look fancy, look for real, look legit. It's all about the paint job. And if you don't get the spray, which causes like toxic fumes in your room, it's gonna look kind of like ghetto. I mean, you use a paintbrush, but still, you get like chunks of paint all over the place, if you don't do it right. And then you can just buy it online. You just buy pre-built ones that are painted and stuff. A Gundam fixed figuration. So what was the point of me, building this Gundam kit? I could just fucking just buy the whole thing that's completed by some other Asian guy. I don't know. It's like my ideal job is based on like doing these childish, dinky ass things that don't have much real value in the world and are just hobbies. Oh, that's what it is. Bandai Gundam Hobbyist hobby shop. Girls like guys with skills. It always comes back to girls like guys with this X, Y, and Z. So if you were more mature, you'd work on cars and stuff, and still that's even an expensive endeavor. Plus you're gonna be inhaling in fumes. One of my mom's friend, she actually fucking died of cancer, working for this car repair shop. And she would help out changing tires and paperwork and stuff, and the nitty gritty of car work, and probably took a toll on her body. She wasn't even that old. She was probably not even old enough to retire. She was also like a half Japanese and stuff. And damn, life is short, I don't know. This was like I have these interests, but I can't really translate them to much value in society. I'm sure kids love playing video games, but what does that mean in the real world? It means that you're dog shit. Same thing with building model kits and stuff. It still translates. You're gonna be a minimum wage, cashier. the only one who can get away with that is like the designer, the director of Bandai and stuff. Everyone else is just an untouchable. You work at the hobby shop. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying, like, can this energy, can this drive, can this mindset, can this be translated into something else? It's just like being like an Amazon warehouse worker. These low skills, like, yeah, you can be really into like just moving boxes around and sorting things out, but at the end of the day, you're paid shit. You're paid minimum wage. Like, these are minimum wage jobs. I can't be affording be doing these monotonous SpongeBob like minimum wage jobs. Like, fucking hell. Like, if you have limited time, you can either be a surgeon or work at wherever. You might as well just get paid $200,000, $400,000 plus, for your time for working. It's like the difference between walking or running. Like, yeah, running is a lot harder, and especially on your joints and stuff. But everyone loves to walk, Shit. Minimum effort equals minimum wage. Other things going on today, doing the overtime, so let's see, and it's a differential pay, so about $60 time and a half. That translates to let's just say $62 plus the differential plus $63. So I'm making a minimum of $63 an hour right now. I'm going to, when I punch in a few minutes. So I got about 5 minutes with you. That's my thing. I'm selling my time, so I got eight hours, and I'm selling my time for $63 an hour, and that's straight up, no frustration. I don't have to do this fucking tax work or be accountable for what time I punch in, what time I punch out, how much mileage I drove, how much gas I consumed, which I can't even deduct on my taxes anyways, this and that, this business expense, that business expense. I don't fucking have to do that shit. I just do my W-2. So essentially, I'm just selling my time. What else could I have done with my time on a Friday? I could have just went to the Titillations, go-go club for about an hour or two, maybe 2 hours, and did my thing there. But that would be it. That would be the highlight of my day. Other than that, I'd probably be suffering throughout the day, struggling for trying to challenge myself, going to the gym, going out for a walk, going out for a run, whatever my body is capable of doing. I probably would have done that, and sleeping. So, was I even of value to anyone or anything other than myself for money purposes? No, I want not. Your time, you may be such a low tier of a person that your time and shit isn't even worth that much to anyone else. You can pretend you're worth $1,000 an hour. You can pretend and scam people that your services are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. But in reality, try to get a real job. Try to manifest that into reality. You're gonna end up as an Uber driver, work for DoorDash, work for Amazon warehouse, or be a driver, UPS, or end up at UPS or FedEx. UPS is paying upwards of $120,000 as a driver right now, and they're also firing a lot too. A lot of tech companies are firing, but yeah, you put yourself out there and make 6 figures and see how fucking easy it is. It's not, it's motherfucking not. If you have this magical talent or whatever, you're good at talking, you're good at communicating, you're good at connecting with people. You're good at being a loud mouth asshole jerk. Maybe the club will hire you, maybe sales will hire you, you're a bullshit artist. Whoever will hire you, I don't know. Maybe your thing is to grift and sell things to old people that they don't need, and they're gonna die anyways, and you have no soul or heart, and you just want money. Whatever it is, I don't care. I'm not that guy. I'm just gonna do my own thing. What was the point of this video? The point of this video is that you could be ugly, you could be good looking, you could be shy, you could be whatever. Just find your niche. You have to find your niche and just be in the zone. You just get in the zone. You find your Zen moment in the day, so you're not all self-conscious. So you don't have to worry about where you're worrying about what other people think about you, what other people want out of you, what other people want you to be like for them. You just have to ignore women, about what they want in a man, and all this crazy child support shit, and how he has to be 6 feet tall and make $200,000 a year minimum. You have to just fucking ignore everyone and just do your own thing. Whether it's, you can go to the gym, you can build model kits at home, you can play with clay, Legos, you could be gambling, you could be in this casino playing poker, cards, you could be flying airplanes, driving car, whatever it is, and that's your grind. Or you can get into eBay or Amazon selling things. Maybe if you're more advanced, I don't know. Some people are like engineers and electrical, mechanical engineers, materials engineers, chemists and stuff, physicists. I don't know. That's only if you're advanced. I'm not that advanced, highly advanced. Okay, I just do things. I'm a technician by trade, The most advanced things I do is arbitrage. I sell things on Amazon and eBay. I fix things up and I just resell them. A reseller. That's the most advanced thing I've ever done for money. That has gotten me upwards of $2,000 or $3,000, a transaction. I don't know how these other people say that they can make $10,000 a month. They find this like golden nugget of a person, like this white guy, and and then they always say things like, I'm a consultant or some shit, and it's just like, the fuck. It's like, where did you find this guy from? Like a Charlie Munger or something. They exist. It's just like, I'm not on that wavelength. Shit, I'm not Ty Lopez. It's just like, what the fuck. I'm not Ty Lopez, you're not Ty Lopez. It's just like, I guess this is just a unique case for if your name is Ty Lopez or some shit, If you're an outlier, great. If you're not, then, you're probably fucked. You have a 9-to-5 job. You'll continue to have a 9-to-5 job. Some people work the 9-to-5 job 30 years, 40 years, whatever the fuck it is, if that's going to be your thing. Because you need the money. Even if you don't need the money, you'll probably have a hard time trying to figure out what a good life for you is, And when people actually do retire, still they don't know what to do with themselves. Some of them volunteer at the hospital, which I'm working at right now. I mean, like you see that too. Like some people just don't know. Some people just fucking don't know. Even if they do have the money, they just fucking don't know what to do with their time. So that's why I'm here. I'm just here to tell you, there's a lot of pointlessness to life. You just have to find your grind. You have to just find where you can transition your mind into the flow state. That's the best way I can articulate it. You just forget about time, forget about all the stuff, society wants on you. How old you are, good looking, ugly, whatever the fuck, if you're fat. You just have to fucking find your own thing and just do that thing for the whole day. Or whatever, 8 hours. If that's going to be your thing. And, making money, finding my thing, making money is all bonus for me. So with that said, make sure you go find your thing. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.